Hello, guys. Your host, Iyobosa. Welcome to my show, Conversations with Iyobosa. Really glad to have you here. So, on today's show, the topic of today's show is 50 is the new 30. Maybe I should say 50 is the new 20s. Because the guests that I have on today's show, no, you will see, yummy mommy of three. But you will not even know. You can even pass on the street, you're like, hey, is she even married? Does she have children? You know? Let's get there. So last year, I featured two brothers who are taking, the fitness community by storm. So Tolu and Tunde of Ilekon Athletic Club. And we talked about fitness. We talked about, how everyone at various ages can join the bandwagon, basically, keeping fit and how it's imperative to our overall, well-being. I mentioned then, and I'm going to mention now again, how women in their 50s, 60s, talk about like Angela Bassett, Nollywood, Kate Henshaw, Sade Adu. These are women in their 60s, 50s, 60s, and looking fantastic. As in, they've taken the whole hashtag fitness goals to like a whole other level. Some people will say that, but those are Hollywood people, Nollywood people. Of course, they have the money to like hire personal trainers. They have the chef, to cook them healthy meals. Of course, if you had it too, you're going to be able to, keep fit and all that. Not lie. If I give you all those many, many things, you will still, do you understand? Well, we'll talk about it. So on today's episode, we will be meeting the delightful Miss Shola Calfos, a lady after my own heart. She is an physiology nurse. She's an electrophysiology nurse. Yummy mommy of three. I already mentioned. I'm going to mention again. Yummy mommy of three. Ages between in their 20s, in their early 20s. A woman who personifies hashtag fitness goals. An all-round fab lady. And she's giving us 40-something-year-olds a run for our money. Hey! We're going to hear the story of how she decided to, embark on this fitness journey. And why she does what she does, right? So let us hear the secret sauce, because this 50 is the new 30s. I want to jump in this bandwagon. Before I even hit 50, let us continue to be enjoying, and be feeling great all around. So help me to welcome Miss Shola Calfos to the show. Really glad to have you. I call her sister. Really glad to have you here on the show, sister. You're looking fabulous, by the way. The body is bodying.
Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. I'm happy to be here, and it's an honor to be sitting here with the Yobosa.
Yay! It's always like she's happy to be here. I told her, I was like, you have no choice, so you better come. She's like, hey, I'm shy. I'm like, wait, you think that I know shy? No, it doesn't feature on your dictionary, So again, the body is body. Guys, are you seeing this? Are you seeing the toned body, right? And you're looking fantastic.
Thank you.
But I know you've been watching my shows, and you know that when people come correct on my show, right, on my own show again, there's a price to pay.
What do we have?
You sing. You have to sing. You didn't know all that.
How much is money?
Money. Premium or nothing. Now you know.
Now you know. I don't know the words. I don't know the Igbo words.
You know it. I tell everyone who cares to listen, and Mr. Flavor, if you're listening, I hope you must come on my show, because we need to interrogate him and ask him, how did you come up with this agbada giddy?
I love Flavor. I just love his songs. I love any Flavor song. He just has so much.
It's a feel-good factor.
Yes, a feel good, and you just feel good.
You just feel good. If you're having a bad day, just play one of the songs. You're like, yeah, instant mood, like enhancer. Yeah, it's amazing. So, Mr. Flavor, please, if you're watching on my show, you're gonna come back. No, you're gonna come on my show, because we need to talk about that. My goodness. So again, thanks for that. I can't get over how fit you look. You're looking fab. Yummy mommy of three. So, and you turned 50 last year, right? So you were 51 this year.
Yes, I'll be 51 this year.
Look at that. 51. That's even look at it. Oh my goodness. So tell us how you got started on this fitness journey. Had you always been a fitness buff?
No.
Are you one of those where from the womb, or you were even doing the weights and the bicep curls and all that?
I was not. I was my dad used to make fun of me. He would say none of his kids would work out or do like inner house sports, back home, and he'd be like, "Oh, all they did was clapping events."
Right, on the sidelines, right? Yes.
We would clap. So I never ever. So two things happened. One of them was I went to work one day, and my patient said, "When is the baby due?"
And you went pregnant.
So that That was one trigger.
Okay.
And I had no excuse because my son was 7 at the
And
time.
that's it was like 6 months old, just newly born. Oh my goodness, okay.
There was one, and the second one was.
And what was your emotion? Were you even mad at this patient?
I wasn't, but internally I was like, I need to do something about this.
Okay.
So there was that. The second one was I had a bit of a health scare at work one day. And I think I was just doing too much. I was in school. I was working full time, children, everything. And then my heart started beating real fast, like I felt it. And at work, I work with nurses.
Right.
They put the EKG monitor on me. They're like, "Oh my God,
It was like
they're like your heart. I have an arrhythmia called AFib." And then I went to the They just took me to the ED.
Whoa.
Went to the emergency department, and it went away. But then they had me wear a heart monitor for like 30 days to make sure.
So just like,
monitor
you, yeah.
It never happened again.
Okay.
So they think it was just stress related. So at that point I was like, okay, I need to make some life changes.
Okay. Okay.
I need to start working out, doing something that would at least keep me healthy.
So now, was this in your 30s or 40s?
This was in my late 30s.
Late 30s. Okay. All right.
30s.
Okay.
So then there was this lady I used to go to church with. She lost a bunch of weight, and I was like,
"How'd you do it?"
Yeah, I was like, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Oh, I've just been training for this 10K." And I used to live in Virginia, so at the time there's it's called the 10K Monument race, and it was just a popular race back then. Everybody local would just train for it. So I would train for that. I started training for that, and it was it was rough because I've never run ever.
Never done anything. Yeah.
Never. Like not do anything.
Right.
One day I just woke up and ran a mile because we trained with
I'm sure
the
you died.
YMCA.
You're like, yeah. That was the toughest mile.
I was so unprepared. It was like it was cold. It was in December, I think.
So it's December you did this. So wait, guys. It's one thing to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to start this fitness journey and I'm going to run a mile. I'm going to do all that, How about you wait till the springtime or like summertime? You want to choose this here.
Well,
this where we are. Well, and you want to choose December. When temperatures are like...
It was a training team, so I didn't really have the choice to pick when to start. The training team goes, we're starting this because the race is early spring, so you have to start training before then.
Oh, like, right.
So the first day, they said we're running a mile, and I figured we're a group of people. And I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know. Right. I just was like, I just put on something and went. And I figured when we start running, I'll warm up. It never.
I'm trying to see waiting. He's warming up. When is it going to happen now?
It never warmed up. I was so cold when I got back, but I got through the mile. It was the hardest mile, and we just kept going back and kept doing it, and
it's like building stamina.
Exactly.
That's what it is, right? So the first step is the hardest, right? But once you take that first step, it's like sky's the limit.
Exactly.
This is just fun. Again, if you're starting your fitness journey, don't go and start in December. I'm just saying, for those of us here in this country, don't go and start in the winter time. Anyway, so some folks, and as we know, right, some folks will tell you that working out is hard, and it is hard. There's some days, right? I'm sure even you get up and you're like, I need to go to the gym, but I don't feel like it. So it's hard, and committing is even harder. But it's a mindset thing, right? How can we be more positive about our mindset concerning physical fitness? Because come January 1, everyone's like, oh yeah, New Year's resolution. You hit the gym and all, and you go to the gyms are packed, right? But give it like end of Q1, maybe by end of March. Some don't even last in March, very end of January. The gyms are starting to become sparse, very sparse again. People have dropped by the wayside. And we understand life happens, maybe things happen or whatever it is, right? But again, I think it's a mindset thing. So how do we just stay committed, to it? Because we know that to be able to look like them Sade, them Angela Bassett, them, Kate Henshaw, it takes, you put in the effort.
Yeah,
commitment
and consistency.
How do you stay motivated?
So I'll tell you this. I never feel like working out.
Like never?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's something that I just know that I have to do. This morning when I went to work out this morning, and I was exhausted. I was tired. I was sore from the workout I did yesterday. But I knew I just had to go because I usually like to get my workouts in the weekends.
Right.
I go to F45,
okay,
which is a high intensity interval workout studio.
Okay.
And so we do resistance training and cardio and all that stuff. So today was strength. It's supposed to be 45 minutes, and you go and do this stuff because you know what the results.
The results.
So you if you focus on the results, you'll keep going back.
Okay.
The other thing for me is other health reasons. Like, of course, I'm 50. So what comes with 50? Menopause.
Okay.
So for me, what has helped my hot flashes is exercise.
Oh, wow.
So when I don't exercise, the hot flashes are really bad.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So as long as I get in like about three a week, the hot flashes are
you control
yes,
them.
it controls
okay.
it. I don't know what works for other people, but for me, exercise has helped tremendously.
Okay.
So that's one thing that keeps me going. And just being able to wear whatever I want. There's always that. You go to the store, you put on anything you want to wear, and it just fits.
Right.
Like it's just Back then it used to be, oh my god, like I got
how's the tummy? Oh my goodness, how's this? How
I got to as big as I wore a size 12. I was almost going into wearing a 14.
Okay.
And it was just
And for you, because I'm sure some of my viewers are like, 14. That's What do you mean 14? I'm slim now, No, but it's where you're coming from, right?
Yes.
So you were typically what, like a 6? Or what were you? 4?
Wearing a size 2 pants.
Oh yeah. Okay, so before like maybe marriage and all that, you were like 2.
Probably 0.
Oh, even 0. Okay, so guys, so it's all about perspective, right? Like I said, some of you are like, 14. That's not bad now.
Yeah.
But when you think about you were a 0, right, or a 2, and then you're almost like a 14. No, that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot. That's a lot of weight. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
So like you said, it's all about perspective. So of course, anybody, if you were really overweight, you'd be like, oh, I'll take a 14.
I'll take a 14 any day. Exactly. So, yeah. Yeah. So it's thank you for that. And everyone says it, right? Even people that I follow, like coaches, and even coaches, like sometimes I tell like, how do I just have the energy all the time? And my coach is like, I know all the time, or it's just that you don't see it, But if I don't have the energy to come to the gym and all that, then what about you guys? So it's just that push, right? You just have to. But to your point, guys, like you see what you said, one motivator is, again, just due to health reasons, but 2, just the feel good factor, right? Just the fact that you can fit in clothes. You twirl around, you're like, I'm looking, who's this Morgan here? Like, who is this person? Clothes just fit right. It's just that to me is a motivator right there. Okay, now let's talk about lifting weights, especially with women, and I'll focus on women here, right? So how some people say, oh yeah, women should not be lifting weights, because otherwise they'll bulk up, they'll not look like Hulk Hogan. You'll be like, why you want to go out and look like Hulk Hogan or Arnold Schwarzenegger, What are your thoughts about lifting?
I think it all depends on there's nothing wrong with lifting weights. I think if you're a female and you want to, it's not easy to look like Hulk Hogan. You got to really work really hard.
You got to take the steroids, you got to take the testosterone, all that.
It takes a lot,
right,
to have that look. So people that do that, they have special diets. They're working really hard to.
Bodybuilders.
Exactly.
That you have to like.
So there's bodybuilding, and then there's just you just want that toned look to just kind of look, For me, like I used to run a lot. Like I would do marathons and half marathons and all that stuff. But that's a lot of cardio.
Yeah.
So what you're doing is you eventually you're losing muscle mass if you're not combining that with strength training. So and I lost a lot of weight, and I had that wasted look. You know how those Kenyans look? They look that they run long distance.
Right.
They kind of look really
very like lean. Yeah.
I didn't like that look.
Okay.
I wanted a more healthy looking look.
Right.
Which is why I went. I started with a boot camp at first, and then I started with F45, which is kind of the same. And they give me a combination of that cardio and strength training and resistance training that builds a body that I aspire.
Right.
So, like you said, the importance is not. I think moderation is key.
Yeah. Okay.
If you building muscle is not just for appearance. As we age, there's something called age-related muscle loss. It's called sarcopenia. You could lose
You start to
the
lose
older
as
you
you,
get, you
yes,
lose muscle
right.
mass. And when you lose muscle mass, you don't have enough muscle to hold your joints together. That's why you see a lot of old people, they say, oh, they fell and broke their hip. Sometimes they broke their hip and fell.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing holding them together.
Ooh, okay.
So when you get older, you need to build muscle to hold your body and your
keep things
joints
together, right?
You want your bone density to be stronger. You get that with resistance training, strength training, and that's why we need to build muscle. It's not just, and you're not gonna look like Hulk Hogan.
Please tell them. Please.
You need to do a lot to get to get that look. But you can
Guys,
have
are you
a
see my
nice
face?
toned look. I lift weights. I lifted weights today,
And you're looking fab. You know, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think my muscles are that. I don't know.
Guys, so like I said, she's a dear, sister to me and all that. And I said I refuse to let, someone in their 50s like put me in my mid 40s to shave. So I started working out too. But not only because of that, actually not because of that, I think it's just to me, the days I don't work out, so my rest days, I just feel out of sort, like, okay, what is going on here? And, I didn't work out. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me just manage it. It's your rest day. It's just a feel good factor, And I personally lift weights like 4 times a week, right? We can see it now. Yeah. Let's flex. Where's your now? Let's flex. Are we seeing it? We're seeing it. I was telling my coach, I was like, I want to get to a point. You're seeing some lines, see some lines. I'm like, I want to get to a point where people just see me like, they be afraid. I say, yes, be afraid. Go over there, No, but seriously though, it's just a feel good factor, and I think it's even validating when even people who you see on a regular, let alone people you've not seen in a while, they either see a picture on this and they're like, wow, you're looking amazing, right? It's just kind of like, yeah, I take care of myself. This is what it is, Yeah. So go on. Anyway, so what is the message for anyone out there who has finally taken the resolve? Because a lot of people, right? You know how they say the spirit is willing, but the body is weak. A lot of people, who doesn't want to like feel good? Who doesn't want to, be active? I'm sure we all do. But stuff happens, life happens, and all that. But so, what's the message for someone out there who's like, okay, you know what? I'm tired of this. Wait, I need to do something about it. Maybe health reasons, or maybe just I'm just tired. I'm tired of being tired all the time, right? So, I want to be healthier and I want to be fitter. What is the one message for this person? Especially given the 80-20 rule, because guys, as much as we think yes, hit the gym, guys, as much as we think hit the gym, fitness, 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 it is actually that's just 20%, right? The 80% is the diet. True. So what would you say to someone like this, especially putting in perspective the 80-20 rule?
So, like I said, I'm a big proponent of moderation. Everything you do it in moderation. Some of us have unhealthy relationships with food. The mindset. What is your mindset towards food? Are you eating because you feel sad, or are you eating to provide nutrition to your body? You have to change your mindset and the relationship you have with food. So when I eat, sometimes if I eat too much, I feel miserable.
You just like, oh my goodness,
because I've had too much. And I also do intermittent fasting, so that's another thing that I do. I've done intermittent fasting for about 9 years now, and I think what it's done is it's gradually shrunk my stomach, so I can't really eat so much.
Okay.
It's almost like a natural gastric bypass.
Right.
That's what it feels like, because I can only eat so much.
Okay.
So when you eat too much, the food, it tastes good and you want to keep eating it, but your capacity to eat it is limited. So then why are you eating so much, So you got to change your relationship with food. You have to start somewhere. Just eat. Change your mindset with food. Eat because you need nutrition.
To fuel the body,
right?
Fuel
your body. Okay. So that that's number one. Number two, you want to eat in moderation, and try and eat. processed foods, stay away from processed foods. So that's another thing. A lot of things that's giving us so much weight in America is processed foods.
And there's a lot of it.
And as Nigerians, we tend to cook our meals a lot. We eat jollof rice,
Right.
fried rice. Our food is somewhat healthy. It for the most part, other than the oil.
Oils, yeah. I was going to say somewhat, other than the oils, but there are ways to cook healthier versions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And oil, fats are not necessarily bad. We need fats in our diet as well. So you want to stay away from processed foods. Eat in moderation. Don't eat too much. I practice intermittent fasting.
Okay.
I don't know the exact science to intermittent fasting, but I can tell you this. It's a lot about not what you eat, but when you eat.
Okay.
Because what I do is I do like a...
What do you do, like a 16-8?
16-8.
Okay.
So I start eating at noon, and then I eat whatever I can eat, and then I stop eating at 8 for the most part. And it's worked. It's been working. That's what I've been doing. I work out 3 times a week, and I've been able to maintain my weight and be in a healthy state. So that being said, with food, processed food, taking one step at a time. If you want to start working out today, you have to take the first step.
Yeah.
If you want to take walks, you can take a walk for 30 minutes.
Even if it's...
Walk around your neighborhood. If you cannot walk, you can join a gym and walk on a treadmill. That's a good way to get your cardio up. Other things you could do is you could watch a YouTube video.
And
there are a lot of YouTube videos.
Loads of resources.
Yes.
Yeah.
So many YouTube videos that you could work out to. And it will be hard at the beginning, but you have to keep doing it, and it gets better and it gets easier. It's just, you just have to start somewhere. So you got YouTube videos. There's so many resources out there. In this world of information, ignorance is a choice.
Yeah. Hey, I like that. I haven't heard of that.
Yes, ignorance is a choice. It is a choice. There's just no way around it. Right. So there's just so much information out there. Anything you want to know about, anything you want to do, anything you want to learn. I call it YouTube University. You go there.
It's out there.
And learn.
It's out, and it's free.
So
it's for the most part of it, except guys, so you've heard it, right? It's the 80-20 rule, right? So it's in addition to, so you can't just work out, and then go and now eat bad. You can't outwork out a bad diet. Like, I don't know how to say it, right? Yeah. You can't say, oh wait, because I just hit the gym and I just did 1 hour on the treadmill, let me go and let me go and eat processed foods and all that. That's not how it works, And but like she said, it's just take the first step. If it's 10-minute walk you're able to do, go and do it. But you start to build stamina as the days go by. You start to, even you yourself, you'll be shocked at yourself. Like, you get up, maybe by day 30, you're like, I'm so much stronger. I can, maybe before you could just do 1 push-up. Now you're doing like 20. Now you're doing 20 and all that. So, but you have to be consistent, right? And keep up with it. And again, it's the mindset thing. Shola Calfos, thank you so much for being here, for just the body, and I just body, I am here for it. But telling us about your fitness journey, and how because I thought you were fit from the womb, that's why I had to ask, maybe you just popped out, you're like, see the biceps already. But thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So viewers, there you have it. She has just told us that the best way, if you're out there and you've either been struggling with weight, or you've just been thinking you're like, or you're low on energy, or just or health care, whatever it is, right? She just told us the first thing you need to do is just start. Make the resolve, and then just start. Take your first 10 steps. The next day, get better, do 12. The next day, do 14. Change the diet. If you're used to those processed things, just toss them out and start eating healthier, right? And when we say eat healthy, it's not like go and now start eating salad every day with not, just do kind of dry salad. No. Even I don't do dry salad. You know how? It still has to be tasty. I still have to have the protein in it. You don't like salad. Exactly. So you can still have your jollof rice. You can still have your soups, your edikaikon, your egusi, but everything in moderation, right? Everything in moderation. Don't want to be eating inyo and egusi every single day of the week. No. Right? No. I don't care if you say, oh, but you was just a small portion. No, that's too much time for the week. You can have it 3 times a week. You can have it, just enjoy it, and in moderation, right? But get working, get your fitness on. If anything, she just said it right. She's a nurse. And we're hearing from the nurse, right? Healthcare practitioner. Our body, as we age, right? Our body, our muscles need to be toned. We need to like work it. We need to lift. We need to exercise it. We need to, if anything, to just help us, just be healthier. We're on old. So me, I don't want to be me. I want to be a hot, sexy grandma. Hot, sexy grandma. So and we're here for it. But until the next time on my show, I say if you've not subscribed, go and subscribe because you will miss out. And guys, what I'm also going to do is maybe either media or maybe next year, I'll think about it, is have like a fitness 101 session, right? Where we bring in people like her, we bring in coaches, fitness coaches, we bring in, dietitians. We just bring all these people to like just come and enlighten us. Like, how do we do this? How do we get better? We're fitness enthusiasts, but then how do we get better? Because there's also levels, right? You just keep getting better. So I'm looking forward to that. But go and subscribe. If you don't subscribe, you will not know, right? You will not watch all this goodness. Until the next time, I say you stay safe and have a super sparkling one. Bye now.